love that word, and I know you do too. Hey, the best of happiest Saturdays to you, and welcome to Cocopah Speedway's Laptime Live. Brought to you by Cocopah Casino and by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. Racing Radio here on Outlaw Country AM 1400. I'm your host, Mike Stanhope, and thank you for joining us today as we get set for action tonight. Round number 11 of the 2013 Cocopah Speedway Racing Series, featuring action in all 5 local divisions tonight. The Napa Auto Parts Factory Stocks, the IMCA Northern Sport Mods, the Fisher Automotive Street Stocks, the Pro Stocks, and the IMCA Modifieds. Lots to talk about in today's show, including some thoughts on the continuing evolution in the street stocks to IMCA stock car status. But first, a quick look at last week's wild action in the second half opener, as well as a look at the updated point standings where a number of drivers are on the move. First up, the IMCA Modifieds, where El Mirage's Jason Knoll in the number 44 machine came out on top. Knoll, starting out of the 6th row, steadily marched his way towards the front, overtaking early race leader Keith Tabor in the number 28, and then Lance Maury in the 19 SB. Knoll cruising from there to the win.
It was kind of a one-liner at the beginning till the dust blew off, and then so you just kind of have to be patient and wait for your marks and wait for your openings, and then once it cleared off about 5 laps into it, we started, working our way forward and found the groove, and, we had a chance to last there at the end, but he won the championship and got to congratulate him for that, and, track was good for us. It's the kind of track we like, and thanks for all you guys for coming out.
Knoll's victory last Saturday at Cocopah Speedway coming on top of an IMCA championship title that he claimed a week earlier at Canyon Speedway Park. While finishing second, Maury claimed the IMCA season title for Cocopah Speedway, a happy moment for Lance, but Maury also noted there's lots of race season left, including the new fall series that kicks off tonight, and of course the overall track championship as well.
Yeah, we still got to go to the rest of the year, but at least we got this done. Tonight was pretty scary for both of us, so it was a good accomplishment for MRT and all of us, so it was a good team effort. Really happy with everybody.
And out of last week's race, the IMCA modified points now stack up as follows. Maury on top in the 19 SB from out of Imperial, Brawley's Russell Allen second in the standings, with Johnny Swenson from Yuma in the number 3 position. It's Yuma's Cody Grabby now 4th in the IMCA modified standings, and Imperial's Dwayne Rogers rounds out your top 5s. Next in the Pro Stock, Yuma's Brett Samala in the number 1 car motored off to the feature win last Saturday night, coming back from a mid-race crash. Samala making it back to the pits full repair, which included removing most of the sheet metal from the left side of the car, rejoining the field at the rear, and then launching the comeback. Samala, though, was docked points later for on-track actions after the wreck. Campo's Ed Buston in the 18X drove a steady race for second. Lakeside's Mike Lurwell in the K9 rounded out the top 3. Your points in the Pro Stocks now stacking up as follows. Lurwell in the number 1 position, with Samala now in the 2 spot in the standings. Yuma's Joe Haynes in the 17Z. He sits 3rd, with Brawley's Jason Higginbottom in the number 4 position, and Campo's Ed Buston rounding out your top 5 in the Pro Stocks. Next into the Fisher Automotive Street Stocks, where you could easily say the race of the night occurred. Back and forth action throughout. 5 different drivers taking turns at the front of the field. Hard racing resulted in a couple of cautions and shuffled the field on more than one occasion. Ultimately, Adolfo Noriega in the number 35, coming from out of the 9th row, was the man on top, getting to the lead when Alpine's Mike Harlan in the number 7 opened the door on the final lap in turn number 4.
We were able to make it to the front, and we didn't have a lot of time to waste. We were getting information on the radio about how many laps were down, how many to go, and I kept counting the cars in front of me after every restart, and I could make a plan for going forward, but I was just hoping we had enough laps to do it.
Noriega in victory lane there after the win. In your points in the Fisher Automotive Street Stock, Stephen Daffern from out of Brawley remains your points leader. Noriega closing in a couple of points closer. He sits in the number 2 spot, with Alpine's Mike Harlan 3rd. Manny Baldivia's from out of Chula Vista in the number 4 position, and it's Yuma's Captain Henry B. rounding out your top 5 in the Fisher Automotive Street Stocks. Looking now at the IMCA Northern Sport Mods, Hopeville's Chris Toth in the 57 CT took the feature event win last Saturday Saturday. Toth pulling off a mid-race pass on early leader Miles Morris, and then holding off a determined run by Ty Rogers. Toth getting to the finish line first.
It was enjoyable. I just had to keep my feet going and be smooth out there. And once I got out in the front, I just slowed down actually and was driving faster. And it was slick out there, but it was dirty slick. So once it started drying up a little bit, it was a lot better. So I just kind of stayed out front, and if anyone was going to pass me, they're going to have to do it on the high side, and really wasn't anything up there. So I would like to thank Lance Maury and Aaron with MRT Race Cars. Ty won the championship, but I'm going to be looking forward to running them down next year for a championship. So hopefully the winter series fall series that we're going to run, we can compete and we'll have a battle.
And as noted there by Toth, Ty Rogers in the 8T claimed not only the Cocopah Speedway IMCA Sport Mod Championship, but it was also a state championship as well for Rogers.
Yeah, champion. This is actually my first championship, and we actually knocked off the Arizona State Championship. That's a first also, so feels pretty good. And it feels good to, even though we finished second tonight, you couldn't have finished second to a better guy. I mean, my teammate Chris, that's always awesome. I mean,
Ty Rogers, your Sport Mod points leader. Cody Daffern from out of Brawley sitting number 2 in the Sport Mod standings as we move forward, of course, towards track championships, those champions to be crowned later on in the year. Yuma's James Dupree sitting in the number 3 position with Toth from out of Holtville in the 4 spots, and Timmy Reese rounding out your number 5 position in the Northern Sport Mods. Again, all of those drivers and more now moving into competition for the Fall Series Championship as well as the overall Cocopah Speedway Track Championship. And finally, in the Napa Auto Parts Factory stocks, it was Yuma's Miles Morris in the number 3 taking the win last week, as Morris was able to survive a fierce battle with Somerton's Michael Laura in the number 11, finally getting underneath Laura coming out of the final turn. Morris feeling fortunate about the outcome and also dedicating that win to the memory of somebody very special.
Oh, it's great. Everybody that drives out here hopes for a good start for everything, so it feels good. Feels really good. So mainly this race for Nancy Horton, I'd like to dedicate to her.
Morris there in victory lane following his win. He is your leader in the Napa Auto Parts Factory stock points with Yuma's Rick Hibbert in the number 2 position. It is Jason Beshears in the number 3 spot with Yuma's Jordan White in 4th, sitting in a 2-way tie for that number 4 spot with Alpine's Wayne Brabello. Well, that gets us all set to rock and roll tonight. Round number 11 of the 2013 Cocopah Speedway Racing Series tonight at the Diamond in the Desert, again including the kickoff to the Cocopah Speedway Fall Series, along with the continuing chase for overall track championships in all 5 divisions. Last lap passes, back and forth battles, drivers and cars in all 5 divisions stepping up their games again. Oh, what are we going to see tonight? Well, the answer's coming in just a few hours. It's Racing Radio, Cocopah Speedway's Laptime Live, presented by Cocopah Casino and by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. Back with more in just a moment here on Outlaw Country, AM 1400.
Welcome to Food City, where we're announcing an incredible 3-day sale. Listen to these extra savings. Now through Sunday, you can buy golden ripe bananas 3 pounds for 99 cents. 73% lean ground beef on sale, $1.99 a pound, sold in the value pack. Rosarita refried beans, big 40-ounce can, just $1.67. Food City corn tortillas, big 72-count package, $1.87. And Budweiser beer, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, $9.99. Thank you for shopping and saving at Food City, the store with low prices when you need them.
Can you tell if these vegetables are being contaminated with bacteria that could cause paralysis? Listen. Can you? You can't see it either. Use different cutting boards so that the bacteria in raw meats and seafood and their juices doesn't touch prep surfaces for other foods, like veggies. Raw food may contain bacteria that can make you very sick, or worse. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year, and roughly 3,000 will die. But you can keep your family safer by separating raw meats and seafood from other foods. Learn more about this and other important information. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. That's foodsafety.gov. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Russ Clark, and I've got a new home on your radio dial. Tune in Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for Outlaw Talk live and local from 6 to 8 a.m. Outlaw Talk is a great forum for local, state, and national issues, ranging from immigration to gun laws and everything in between. I'd love to take your calls, too. You can call 782-4321 and share your thoughts. It's Outlaw Talk on Outlaw Country, 6 to 8 a.m., Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I hope you'll join me.
When you want to stay informed, all you need to do is tune in to Outlaw Country. When breaking news happens in Yuma, the Outlaw Country News Department is on top of it. News Director Jennifer Blackwell is quick to provide news information and updates to keep the community informed over the airwaves and on Facebook and Twitter. When you want Yuma news you know you can count on, keep it right here. Outlaw Country is your home for the best classic country and Yuma news with Jennifer Blackwell.
No matter what type of air conditioning or heating help you need, schedule some help from 1 Hour Air Conditioning. Ready for the season? 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating can help. No AC at all? 1 Hour can help. Need help upgrading your old inefficient system? 1 Hour can help. Now's the time to schedule your annual air conditioning safety inspection for just $59. Call 1 Hour today at 783-4242. Some limitations and exclusions apply.
We're always on time, but you don't pay your time.
Hey, man, what do you have there?
It's one of those new scratchers from the Arizona Lottery. Cash Bonanza.
Why are you saying it like that?
Like what? Cash Bonanza.
Yeah, where is that sound coming from? You are creeping me out right now.
That's just Cash Bonanza. It's the new $10 ticket that can win you up to $1 million instantly. So, Cash Bonanza.
Right, the new Cash Bonanza from the Arizona Lottery.
You can't win if you don't play.
And welcome back to Racing Radio, Cocopah Speedway's Laptime Live, presented by Cocopah Casino and by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. Race day, race day, race day. Tonight at Cocopah Speedway, round number 11 of the 2013 Cocopah Speedway Racing Series. And joining us now to talk about some of the new happenings that we're going to see tonight at Cocopah Speedway, it's Randy Hoeft with N2 Photographics, the Yuma Sun, and YumaSun.com. And good morning to you, Randy.
Hey, Mikey, how you doing, buddy? Good to be here.
Hey, glad to have you with us this morning, Randy. Exciting happenings tonight at Cocopah Speedway as we crowned a couple of champions last week. Lance Murray, the IMCA portion of the schedule champion in the modified. Same for Ty Rogers in the sport mods. But now we open up a new round of competition tonight, the fall series, and it's got the potential for a lot of excitement.
Yeah, it sure does. The word on the street this week was that because we're the only track run modifieds on tonight, that there's going to be a lot of guys here from Phoenix and maybe from San Diego area. They've got no place else to go but Cocopah Speedway.
Well, hey, we're certainly looking forward to that. And yes, hearing a lot of talk about guys who were planning on making the tow over to the Diamond in the Desert. And that kind of feeds into something that we saw. Of course, one race does not a second half of the season make, so to speak, but it looks like a lot of guys are really stepping up performance right now.
Yeah, they are. Well, Lance Murray, he's just a constant. He's always good. He's always fast. Russell Allen, he's coming around. Saw Cody Grabby run pretty good last week. Johnny Swenson had a good Saturday night last week, and I tell you what, the guy that's kind of under the radar right now is Charles Hunt. He's brand new. I think he's had maybe 4 or 5 feature event starts, and the guy's keeping his nose clean. He's there at the end. I think he had a top 5 this past weekend, if I'm not sure. I could be wrong about that. Sport mod division wise, that's an exciting division. Ty Rogers kind of set the bar pretty high when the season started, and everybody else was playing catch up, and now I don't know if they've caught up, but Chris Toth, he's got 2 wins. Timmy Reese got his first win before the break. Cody Daffern is always a threat. James Dupree. This is going to be a really fun division. And Ron Piggy, the ever-present Ron Piggy from El Centro. And this guy's been racing since, I don't remember how long. He's got a new car he's bringing out. I don't know if it's going to be tonight, but it'll be pretty soon. And Miles Morris. Miles Morris looked really good at the start of the racing last weekend. Matter of fact, he led that main event for a little bit. And before, I think a yellow flag screwed him up. But anyway, that was fun to watch. Very fun to watch.
Sometimes I'm almost hesitant to pick out individual names because, again, so many drivers showing such good performance, at least out of that race from last week. But another name that comes to mind, Keith Tabor in the number 28, had a big step up last week.
Yeah, Keith. You know, they don't. I don't think give out a most improved driver anymore. But if I was going to be voting for most improved driver, it'd be Keith Tabor right now, and no doubt about that.
The other thing I wanted to talk about this morning, the ongoing transition in the street stock division to full IMCA stock car rules. We saw a number of guys during the summer go to town on their cars. In fact, several new cars, but major rebuilds on others. And again, 1 week, not a season making, but what looked like a field of 6 to 8 guys on any given week capable of taking a victory. Looks like 4 or 5 more have joined those ranks.
Yeah, you know, it's no secret that when Greg Burgess said he wanted to switch his stock car to street stock to the IMCA stock car division, there was a lot of kickback. There was a lot of drivers who are your traditional drivers who have been driving Camaros and so forth for a long time who did not want to do this. That's no secret. But they have since seen the light, so to speak. And I don't know what exactly happened, but I know that when Mike Harlan and Manny Baldavies showed up with their brand new Jet IMCA stock cars and kind of showed everybody where this division could go. I don't know if that lit the fire or what, but all of a sudden now we almost can't count how many IMCA stock cars are showing up. Jared Hall built 2 cars during the break, one for him and one for Leonard Jones. Adolfo Noriega, he had an IMCA stock car before the break, but didn't have a lot of luck with it. And Saturday night was the first time he'd driven that car in a feature event, and you saw what he did with that car. That was pretty amazing. Then you got Steven Daffern, who I don't know if he's 100% IMCA stock car, but he's pretty close. And you got Captain Henry Brzezinski. I don't know if I pronounced his last name or not, but anyway, Henry had his car redone during the break. He's IMCA stock car legal. Jimmy Davey, Joey Essery. I mean, they just keep Dave Amos. They keep adding on, and just the way it's going. And you can see the competition. We were watching it last weekend from down in turns 1 and 2, and the top 5 guys were all IMCA stock cars. It was fun to watch, and it's only going to get better.
And the amount of close quarters racing and car control that we saw exhibited was really something wonderful to see too.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, I got a photo of Jimmy Davey, Adolfo Noriega, and Mike Harlan all together in 1 and 2. I mean, Jimmy Davey drove the race of his life. I've never seen him drive that well before. That was fun to watch. They're gonna definitely have to deal with him from here on out. Adolfo, what can you say about Adolfo? I mean, the guy wins 13 main events last season. He's got, I think, 4 this season, and he and Harlan are both within 10 points of Steven Daffern for the championship. That's going to be a dogfight.
I'm not going to ask you for any specific predictions here, but I'll bet you'll agree with me on this one. We can both predict lots of excitement over the coming weeks.
Oh, absolutely, Mike. I mean, not just this series. We got the mini-series starting, and as Greg Burgess said, this is a chance for, if you haven't had a good season, and this is your chance to put it together and come out and win a little series championship. As he said, win a winter championship. And that doesn't even go into the fact that we've got sprint cars coming back for the big finale for ASCS is going to be right here at Cocopah Speedway, not to mention their banquet across the street. Then you got the late models are coming in. It's going to be, this is a great half of the season.
Randy, a pleasure as always. We look forward to watching it all with you. Randy Hoeft from N2 Photographics, the Yuma Sun, and YumaSun.com as we continue here on Cocopah Speedway's Laptime Live, brought to you by Cocopah Casino and by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating.
Household hazardous waste.
Hey there, all you hepcats and schlepcats. Hopefully you're getting ready for the next drop-off day in the City of Yuma's Household Hazardous Waste Program. The event happens only 4 times a year, but it's a great way to dispose of unwanted and potentially dangerous, corrosive, flammable, toxic, or reactive items that don't belong in a landfill or in our sewer system, like your old paints, pesticides, fertilizers, household cleaners. Safely recycle e-waste, such as old computers or electronic equipment. Even drop off a few tires from that old car. So get it out of your house, out of your garage, out of your broom closet, guest room, storage shed, or yard. Do it all for no additional fee. is the where and when of the City of Yuma's next Household Hazardous Waste Day.
It's 8 a.m. to noon Saturday, October 12th at 265 West 13th Street.
Household Hazardous Waste.
Some tequila for your little one. That's right. A little tequila, their problem drinking might have begun.
Tequila! Nothing better for celebrating with your kids and introducing them to potential alcohol abuse.
Remember that the younger he starts drinking, the more likely he is to abuse it. Don't give alcohol to your kids. To learn more, visit www.foryourchild.org or call 1-877-767-8844. A message from Mothers Against Drunk Driving and the Ad Council.
More than 2.5 million women in America are affected by breast cancer. Together, day by day, we're painting a brighter picture, and it's beautiful. Thanks to the support of the Safeway Foundation, Stand Up to Cancer, and you, so many women are living to embrace a new day. When you buy this limited edition bag, you're giving $2 to the cause and supporting vital research for a cure. Join the Safeway Foundation and Stand Up to Cancer. With your help, we're creating a brighter tomorrow.
It's Cocopah Casino's Razor Giveaway, September 29th through November 30th. Come to Cocopah Casino and play your favorite slots, bingo, and table game for your chance to win a 2013 Polaris Razor 800 from Liberty Motorsports. Weekly drawings every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night to spin the wheel for up to $1,000 in cash. Winners are entered in a grand prize drawing November 30th for 2013 Polaris Razor 800. Come every Tuesday through Saturday and earn 3 times the grand prize entries during our hot seat drawing. See Players Club for more information. Cocopah Casino's Razor Giveaway. Cocopah Casino. Live the rush.
Clarence, this is Draxcula. I can't turn into a bat anymore, so this Halloween I'll be at the scary and safe trick-or-treat at the Yuma Territorial Prison from 5:30 to 8 Halloween night. Since I no longer bite, I'm not afraid of all the law enforcement that will be handing out free treats to ages 12 and under. The $1 admission fee will be donated to charity. Since I no longer carry cash inside my cape, I need you to front me. The scary and safe trick-or-treat is a family event. Instead of going house to house, go cell to cell inside the historic prison. Since I suffer from hip dysplasia, I appreciate this short distance. It makes it easier and faster to get lots of candy. Speaking of candy, I no longer have any of my real teeth, so you can have all of my bit of honeys. But don't let my injuries fool you into thinking I can't make you scream. Remember, I may have lost the power of flight, but I still have the power of night.
Welcome back to Laptime Live, the official racing radio show of Cocopah Speedway. Tonight marking the second race of the second half of the 2013 season, and already stories aplenty are beginning to develop. And one of the stories we expect to develop significantly as time goes along, the Cocopah Speedway Fast Times High School Challenge. A number of drivers in the Fisher Automotive Street Stocks carrying the colors of our local high schools, picking up points for each race, and students from each school also able to get in on the action by casting votes for the car that carries their colors. That series continues for several months, at which time a traveling trophy will be awarded to the high school that comes out on top. Brennan Amos has spearheaded putting that program together, and she's in to visit with us this morning. Good morning, Brennan.
Good morning.
Hey, glad to have you. Hey, you want to introduce your other guest to us?
This is my nephew, Elliot, who just woke up from a nap and is in a super good mood, and I think he wants to talk, too.
Well, hey, we're glad to have Elliot in the studio with us this morning. So tell us about the high school program, how it's come about, and how that's working.
It initially started, I had approached Greg on an event that I would like to have for FFA, and he asked me, would we be interested in doing an FFA race, and there just aren't enough chapters in Yuma County anymore, and not every school has one, and so we didn't really think that it was fair to just focus on FFA because it would leave a lot out, and so we approached the idea on every high school that we could get to join the program, and I hit up Yuma Union High School District, and I tried to get Yuma Catholic and Antelope, San Pasquale. Haven't gotten any response. I hope to hear from them, but once I explained the idea to the Yuma Union High School District, it was without a doubt they were so interested in doing this with us. So
now, really cool to see the drivers carrying the colors from the schools that are participating. Can you run those down for us?
Yeah. Adolfo Noriega is driving for Cibola. Dave Amos is going to drive for Gila Ridge. Jimmy Davey is driving for Kofa. Joey Ezra is driving for Yuma. Captain Henry's driving for San Luis, and Stephen Daffern is going to drive for Vista. And I do have some other drivers lined up in case anybody else wants to jump in on this. I've got a couple more lined up to help take on some schools.
So how do you expect what are you looking for in terms of how this plays out over the next few months?
Well, it's just been planned out as a family-friendly event for kids to go to, an inexpensive way to keep them from hopefully getting into trouble, because we all know teenagers. And we thought, a good way to bring people into the track. It gives the kids something to do, shows some school spirit. They get in for $5 with a student ID. They get points for attendance. They're going to get points as their drivers finish. And it just, we want to have school spirit nights. I mean, Greg's like, I want school bands, I want cheerleaders, I want school spirit, and so when I talk to the activities directors at each school, they all, oh yeah, that's a great idea. So hopefully it all works out. I know kids at a few of the schools, and when I've talked to them about it, and I said, you got to help me out with this, and they were, yeah. So I don't know, we'll see.
Hey, we're full with school pride here in the Yuma area, and we thank all of the schools that have gotten involved in that, and we look forward to seeing how this plays out. It ought to be a lot of fun over the next few months.
I hope so. I mean, all the drivers, when I approached them on it, were absolutely just gung-ho about it. I mean, nobody hesitated saying yes. So that I felt really good about. For me, I went to Cibola, so, I want to go for Cibola, but then how do I not cheer on Dave at the same time, So that's the dilemma in our household. I got a daughter that goes to Cibola. I have one that graduated from Yuma, so we're kind of spread out all the way across the board, but I don't know, we'll see.
Got those rooting interests going all the way around. Right. Well, hey, all of you high school students out there, show your pride. Hey, back your driver onto the wind as we'll continue that program again tonight at Cocopah Speedway. Brennan, thanks for stopping in to talk with us.
I was going to let you know, too, we also have pit experiences for the kids. Greg is allowing 2 kids per driver per night into the pits, and all they have to do is sign the release form at the gate and show their student ID. They get in for $5 in the pits as well. I mean, you really can't beat that.
Another exciting opportunity, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brennan, thank you again for stopping in with us this morning, and Elliot, you too, okay?
Thanks.
All right, we'll see you out at the track. Hey, lots to watch out for and plenty to see as the 2013 Cocopah Speedway Racing Series is back in action tonight at the Diamond in the Desert. Gates, as always, open at 5, racing beginning at 7 p.m. And as you make plans for tonight, we remind you that shuttle buses between Cocopah Casino and Cocopah Speedway will be running, as they are for each and every race in 2013 at the Diamond in the Desert. Easy access by simply parking over at the casino, maybe enjoying a late lunch or late dinner, and the many exciting entertainment options offered at Cocopah Casino and at the Wild River Family Entertainment Center before boarding the shuttle and coming on over to the Speedway. The shuttle's also a great way to beat the after-exit rush. Normally at this point in the program, it's my distinct pleasure to welcome in Anna Corpus to talk about activities involving the Cocopah tribe. Today, though, we miss Anna, and we pass along our condolences to her family. Anna's little brother Hector passed away this Monday just past. Anna, we offer our deepest sympathies to you and your entire family on this devastating loss. Well, for more information on the Cocopah family of entertainment facilities, you can stop in at www.cocopah.com and follow the links to your favorite places. As to happenings at the Speedway, just as easy. Just stop in at www.cocopahspeedway.com and be sure to like us on Facebook. Remember, online ticketing now available through cocopahspeedway.com. Advance tickets also available through Napa Auto Parts and the Cocopah Casino Gift Shop. Remember, when you're at the racetrack, you can bring the action even closer via your smartphone or tablet with live lineups, scoring, and results. You can hook up through CocopahLive.com and at MyLaps.com. And access both applications alternatively through CocopahSpeedway.com. You'll also find handy links to Cocopah Casino, the Cocopah Resort and Conference Center, and more, again, through CocopahSpeedway.com. Race day, the action tonight. Gates open at 5, racing at 7 p.m. out at the Diamond in the Desert, Cocopah Speedway, hoping to see you there. You've been listening to Laptime Live, presented by Cocopah Casino and by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. Back with more next Saturday morning, 11 a.m., here on Outlaw Country, AM 1400.